New York Giants Week 6 film reviews. So we start with a run play to J.D. McKissic on a pitch, and look at this, Washington actually sends a guy in motion pre-snap, which is nice to see because we don't do that too much. So they send the guy here, Logan Ryan, I guess it was man coverage, follows him, and Blake Martinez is kind of late getting over because when you send a guy in motion, it's not a bad idea. Martinez ends up making the tackle, but the thing I wanted to point out here, and I'm sure some of you saw it, was Dexter Lawrence, number 97, kind of missed a tackle here. You got to make these. Usually he's good at this, and it's surprising against a guy like McKissic, who's not known for breaking tackles and being like the strongest guy in the field. So it's very rare to see that. But this ended up in basically a first down. It was a 2nd and 10 play. Went for a first down. Luckily for the Giants, Washington did miss a field goal on this drive. But for future reference, you got to make those tackles there. So this, I believe, was the first offensive play for the Giants, and it was actually a pretty nice play by Jason Garrett. I think they called in C.J. Board. I don't know where he was exactly over here. Comes down basically off of Matt Parrott at left tackle, and they have basically, it looks like it's going to be 8 run blockers right here. Ends up being a passing play on a play action, and it fooled basically everyone. Watch every linebacker, even the safeties. Everyone got fooled on this play. Landon Collins right here trailing Evan Engram. Even C.J. Board was left wide open as well. So Washington was very confused by this play. Goes for a nice gain of 22 yards to Evan Engram. I know this is like part of the scripted plays to open a game, but I liked what I saw right there. You put 2 tight ends in motion. You see some of the Washington defense getting a little confused here, which is great. You love to see that. And then, of course, the end result is that one guy in Evan Engram gets left wide open. Even C.J. Board would have been another option who was wide open. But at this point, kind of looks like a running play. So you see, I think they leave Chase Young unblocked, which, of course, is never a fun game to play. But Jones has the mobility to get away. Makes a nice throw in stride. The Giants get 22 yards right there. So here was a 3rd and 5 for the Giants offense. A nice throw from Daniel Jones, honestly. I'll give him some credit here. So they called in Dion Lewis from the bottom of the screen here. And Jones basically tries to read Landon Collins right here once again. And once he sees Collins come up too far, he lobs a perfect pass over to Dion Lewis. And sometimes it takes simple stuff like that. I know it looks like an easy throw, but honestly, I said it's a good touch pass. I think that's a pretty tough pass to make, honestly. If he doesn't throw it high enough, it could get batted down by Collins. And you saw this middle linebacker over here. I'll show it one more time. Watch this linebacker right here. He's late getting over as well. So Dion Lewis had the extra step and lays out a nice pass. They pick up like 10 yards or so. I know it ended in a field goal, but still, a nice pass right there. We'll see the offensive line real quick because, you know, it was a quick pass, but we'll see how the offensive line did on this particular play. We'll watch Matt Parrott, of course, is the one we want to watch out for. He did a good job, honestly. So nice pass by Jones right there. Simple conversion, but I thought it was a nice throw. Here's a 3rd and 8 on that same drive. It resulted in a sack, as we know, and led to a field goal. The Giants do like a bunch set down here, 2 receivers up here. I think it's Engram and Tate. So 5 receivers on this play. We'll see what the offensive line did. As I said, it ends in a sack here. Some argued that Jones should have thrown this ball. I don't know. No one was really open, honestly. Like, I'm trying to look from this angle. Really nowhere to go with this thing. You see him looking left. Now, I guess the initial look might have been right here to Austin Mack, but of course up here to this receiver, he's also covered. This cornerback here drops back in coverage, so there's really not much you can do. You can't make this corner, you can't throw to this corner route because there's a guy right here, so that's not going to happen. Right here is too risky. Mack's not even looking. I guess right here, but I don't know if that's going to convert a 3rd and 8. I mean, it might have been. We'll see what the first down marker was at about the 11. Or, I'm sorry, line of scrimmage was at the 11. So that's probably not going to pick up 8 yards right there. I would argue, though, maybe if Jones saw right here that he saw this safety or cornerback backpedaling and didn't see the corner route open, then I'd maybe argue trying to get outside the pocket here and roll to your right. You know, worst comes to worst, you throw the ball away, but I really can't blame Jones for that play. You know, he kind of waited a bit long there. As I said, maybe try to bounce that one outside a little bit, try to run that ball, or even throw it on the run, but still, not, you know, I can't blame him for that. Nobody was open on that play. Let's see, Nick Gates does a good job there of chipping with Zeitler, but it looked like, I guess it was Cam Fleming's guy. I guess it was Kerrigan right here getting that sack eventually. Got some good push on that play. So, yeah, I really can't blame Jones for that one. I guess Cam Fleming probably should have tried to hold that block longer. Kind of got overpowered right there, but there's really nobody open on this play. And as I said, this is the one guy I could see, but with this corner or safety being right here, then it's not going to happen. It's a risky throw. Slayton's route didn't have enough time to develop. Tate was the only guy that really made sense, but he wasn't looking in that direction. So I would say Cam Fleming's probably the guilty party on that play. Here was the James Bradbury interception. I would more have chalked this up to a bad throw or a bad decision by Kyle Allen, but I kind of like the awareness here. by a guy like Bradbury. They're in zone coverage, and you see Bradbury sees one guy go past him right here. He's going to see another guy go past him right here. So Bradbury, being the smart player he is, kind of says to himself, hey, I don't need to stay up here like underneath. I can backpedal a little bit. So he backpedals and goes right into his route. Right here he's going for this pass, obviously going across the middle of the field. He probably should have went over here, looking back on it. But tries to go for this route, try to hit him like right here. You see Bradbury has his eyes on the quarterback the whole time, being in zone, and he just backpedals into an interception. So that's just great spatial awareness by him right there, as I said before. Watch Bradbury once again. One guy's going to go by him, another guy's going to go by him, sees no Washington receiver in this area, says, why should I even be here? Backpedals himself into an interception right there. That's just great awareness. I love that play by Bradbury right there. He's been playing phenomenal this year, and hopefully he can keep that up. Here's the play where Washington's tight end Logan Thomas got wide open, and I wondered how this happened during the broadcast. So here he is in motion right here on the left side. The Giants are in zone coverage here. Looks like a cover 3. Now, I think Ryan Lewis probably... I understand where he's coming from here, but probably should have stayed around here more because he knows he has help over the top here. Now, there is no Washington receiver on the bottom of the screen here. The only way that can happen... it is a tough situation, though, because this safety right here has to account for these two guys, of course. One Washington guy trips over the other, so we have one guy face planting right here. But Ryan Lewis, sees that his safety might have to be on one of these guys. It probably would have been him. So I get where Ryan Lewis is coming from. Maybe Peppers should have had the awareness to back up into this a bit, but you see he's going to be wide open right here. There's nobody in the area. You could argue Lewis went back too far. You can argue that Peppers was up too far. Maybe Peppers could have given up the underneath stuff to take away this, but still, that's a bit too far. But yeah, unfortunate sequence of events, knowing that one of the Washington receivers fell on his face and this still happened. So, I guess we can chalk it up to just a guy not being in the right place is really what it is. You can blame Peppers. I would say it's probably more of Ryan Lewis. Probably should have been around this area and probably could have tried to undercut this pass once it was thrown. But unfortunately, he dropped back too far, and then it resulted in a nice catch for Logan Thomas for 29 yards. So here was probably my favorite Daniel Jones play. I don't know if it was of the season, but honestly, it was a beautiful throw. I love this thing. So, did a great job here. This is a Slayton touchdown, of course, on the bottom of the screen. Does a great job of looking off to the right first. Kind of kept the safety frozen a bit because there's one high safety. You have to do that. He was a bit late reacting to it, and Slayton had enough room there, gets a couple steps on his guy, and just Jones laid that out perfectly. This was a perfect pass, dropped it right in the bucket. Love to see that. So great job there. We'll see from the other angle what the offensive line was doing. You can watch Jones' head as he kind of looks to the right first, starts over here, then works his eyes back to the left. So the offensive line... Parrott let up some pressure on Montez Sweat, it looks like, but I think Will Hernandez did a great job right here. Nick Gates, I think, did all right. Dion Lewis, who has been pretty good at picking up blitzers, did a pretty good job once again. Looked like the right side of Zeitler and Cam Fleming did a good job on this play. So they gave him enough time. He lays out a perfect pass. Slayton comes up with it. It looked like he might have been hurt on this play, but luckily he was okay. He came back in the game. He kind of slid right there. I don't know what is up with his MetLife turf, but it is horrible. Kind of turned his ankle there in a weird way. But hopefully he's all right for Thursday. We need Slayton in this game, obviously. He torched Philly last week, so it'd be nice to have, or not last week, last year. Be nice to have him. But that was a great play by Jones and a great play by Slayton as well. So here was the Leonard Williams sack, a great play by him. And when you're Washington in this situation, you kind of fake this handoff to the left. You're hoping that a guy like Williams, the weak side, defensive end or linebacker, kind of stays parallel with the line of scrimmage here, but he does not do that. He does a good job of just kind of waiting, being really patient. We'll watch it here. I think he does a great job being patient, waiting to see who has the ball, then going right after Kyle Allen. Tries to work back to the left. I want to see, there might have been a screen developing here because it looked like some offensive linemen were going to the left here. So this might have been a screen pass, honestly. It had to be because all these offensive linemen are going to the left side. So maybe that could explain it more. I don't know who it was for. Maybe Antonio Gibson right here. Some other Giants players sniffed it out right here, so that was a good job by them. Allen had nowhere to go with this ball. You could argue maybe here to Thomas, but that was the only option possible. Leonard Williams did a great job. We'll watch from the other angle. That was not a fumble. I like Austin Johnson, though, being aware to pick it up. I do like that. I hate when players let the ball go. So let's see. Once again, they expect Williams to go this way and kind of follow the running back. It doesn't happen. He pauses, waits to see who has the ball, does a good job, and then he's sprinting up towards Allen. Johnson and Williams are there. Once again, I like how he gets the ball there for that non-fumble, but still good awareness. So a great job there by Leonard Williams. That's 3 sacks for him on the year now. If he reaches 10, it'd be a miracle, but hey, it is possible. Here is that Daniel Jones read option play that went for 49 yards, I believe it was. I think Landon Collins once again gets fooled here. He had some rough plays in this one for sure. Defensive end crashes too hard. Collins crashes too hard. Jones pulls it back. Has a blocker here and board. Is that Ingram board? I can't even tell. Maybe but Ingram, we'll see. Cameraman in this angle was fooled as well. That was Ingram, by the way. Every cameraman was fooled here. Almost outraced everybody. Great job by Jones right there with the decision making. So we see he calls in Freeman. This defensive end right here crashes way too hard. Collins, same thing, kind of has his eyes on Freeman at this point. Doesn't even see that Jones has the ball, and Jones has enough room to get past him. Once again, every single cameraman in MetLife Stadium was confused by this play. Jones showing off the wheels. Apparently reached 20 miles per hour on this run, which is pretty damn fast. Good job by Jones there. Wish it was a touchdown, but hey, we'll take 49 yards. Honestly, the Giants got to do more of this. It seems to be working a lot, so hopefully they do more of it. I know a team like Washington is probably not the most disciplined team out there, but still, it's working. Keep doing it. Here was the Logan Thomas touchdown on the bottom of the screen here against Julian Love. The Giants were in man coverage, and it's a very tough matchup because I don't know how tall he is off the top of my head, but there has to be like a 4 or 5 inch height difference right here between these two guys. And honestly, Allen made a terrific throw. Of course, he did a great job of keeping his toes in bounds there, which was great by him. But just a very tough matchup there. Even Bradbury looked like McLaurin there kind of got thrown off his route a bit. We'll see there on the bottom. So there was a couple options to go with that ball there. But honestly, Allen made a great throw. I can't blame Love too much. I think he did just about everything he could. We'll see where his arm was from this angle. Let's take a look at the defensive line first and see who got the push. Honestly, not a lot of time there, and nobody really beat their man off the snap. So we'll see. But Love did all he could, wasn't even looking at the ball, but had his right arm in there, you can see. But just a great throw once again and dragging those feet. Great job there by Washington. I think you just chalked it up as a good play by them. Good offense beats better defense. Next example of it right there. So here's the bad interception play. Well, quote-unquote interception. I still don't think he caught it. 1st and 7 here. 58 seconds to go in the third quarter. Giants are up 13-10. So Jones should know, don't turn the ball over here at any cost, right? That's what you should know here. So let's fast forward real quick. We send Mack in motion here. So play action here. Now, asking Caden Smith to block Chase Young, probably not the best idea. Gets in his face. And you can say probably try to throw that one in the back of the end zone. You have to reach it. Like unless Young hit his arm, which I don't think he did. I'll take a look here. I don't think he hit his arm. I mean, I think he whiffs, honestly. I don't think he hits his arm. I wish there was a better way to see it, but I really don't think that was the case. I'll try to slow it down. It doesn't look like he hits his arm. I think he just flat out short arms it and throws it in play. Now, his elbow, probably out right there. But still, they call an interception after the replay. So, you got to trust the NFL replay system, So, yeah, I mean, look, as I said, once again, trying to put Chase Young on Caden Smith, who has to come over and make that block with, momentum going against each other, is not going to win. Young does a great job just going from outside to inside, swim move, and he's right in Jones's face. And, that's just a bad decision. I know he's trying to throw in the back of the end zone, which is good. Live to play another down. But, even if you're this far into it and you're not sure you're going to make it to the end zone, just go down with the ball. We'll take a sack, my guy. We'll take the 3 points and go up 16-10. I know it's first down, but there's really no point in throwing the ball. I've seen people saying in the comments trying to defend Jones, saying, oh, he's trying to throw the ball out of bounds here. But I can't defend this. I really can't. This is the 3rd time this year where he's made a crucial play inside the 10-yard line to potentially almost lose us another game. You know what I mean? So we cannot see this stuff. As I said, worst comes to worst, you just go down with this ball right here. When you see him coming at you, just go down. I know it's looking back on it, the Monday morning quarterback stuff, I get it, but just go down with this ball. If you're not sure you can reach the end zone here and it's risky, don't throw it. And of course, this guy makes a great play, but can't have it. That's just a bad decision. We'll see what the rest of the offensive line here does. I wasn't looking at it too much. I think everyone else did a great job, honestly. So, yeah, other than Caden Smith on Chase Young, everything else was all right. But just a bad decision. As I said, worst comes to worst, just go down with it. Hopefully he learns that next time, but I can't even be confident he'll learn because this has happened already so many times this year. It happened in Pittsburgh, happened against the Rams, and, this crap has to be fixed. I'm furious over here. So can we please get this right, Daniel Jones, because we cannot do this against good teams. If this was a better team, probably would have cost the Giants a win, honestly. So here's the big turning point in this game, the fumble that went for a touchdown. with Kyler Fackrell, and also it was Tate Crowder, my guy, getting the touchdown return there. They run a stunt here with the Green Bay boys, I'll call them for this instance. It was Blake Martinez right here, and then Fackrell going underneath right there. They run a stunt, and when I think of when an announcer or someone says a guy coughs up a ball, that's exactly what Kyle Allen did right there. Literally just coughed up the ball. I don't know what was going on there. I don't even think Fackrell hit the ball. He literally just coughed it up and just results in a fumble. You can see Crowder right here does a good job of following the ball, staying with it. I was saying to myself, just fall on the ball, but he actually got it in stride, ran it back for a touchdown, so he proved me wrong. I don't even trust our offense to score a touchdown, so good thing he did that. But we'll see the coverage here. Now, I do think if they actually gave Allen some time, there might have been an opening here because they set a pick here on Bradbury against McLaurin. He might have had a step after that, like right there, probably had a step. Up here, I think this is that Cam Sims guy. He had an out route that was going to be probably open against Logan Ryan right here. So, good thing the Giants got there with the pass rush because if not, it might have resulted in a big play. Definitely the big turning point in this game right here. Great job by Fackrell and a good job by Crowder getting that fumble and returning it for 6. So here was the last Washington touchdown. I think we know what happened here, but I just wanted to put it in because it was a pretty big play in this game. Logan Ryan against this Cam Sims guy just runs like an out and up double move and definitely got Logan Ryan a bit. Didn't get him too badly, but enough. Like, all you need is that little hesitation right there and a good throw, and he gets his feet in to make a touchdown. So, yeah, Washington right there. Looks like they had the momentum here to make it. It was 2019 at that point, 36 seconds to go. We'll see if any type of pass rush got there. Golden was close. I mean, he got rid of the ball pretty quickly right there, but I would say Golden was pretty close. It didn't happen, of course, but, yeah, pretty good throw. Didn't get, I guess, yeah, he fell in bounds. It was close. Honestly, it was closer than I thought it would be, but 1 foot gets his behind in the end zone there, so that's a touchdown. But yeah, Logan Ryan kind of bit on that a little bit, but I think other than that, as I said in the post-game review, I think outside of this play, and maybe getting ran over by Thomas at one point as well, but other than those 2 plays, I think Ryan played hell of a game on Sunday. So here it is, the 2-point conversion, the biggest play in the game. I actually haven't watched it yet, so let's go through this thing together on this one. I would think the Giants are in man coverage here. I would hope so at least, and it kind of looks like that right now. So we'll see. Yeah, they definitely are. Okay, so we have the man coverage. Everyone here, he's going to go to the left at first. Everyone here is locked up. They knocked down Gibson here, which is good. Peppers does a good job of following Allen. Now, of course, Allen running to his left could have made a break for the goal line here and tried to score. There might have been, I think Peppers, as I said in the postgame, probably could have beat him to the spot there, and I think Peppers would have made that tackle, hopefully at least. And, you know, you do have Bradbury here. You do have, I think that might be Darnay. I'm not really sure who it is from this angle. Maybe Logan Ryan. No, that's Logan Ryan. So, yeah, I mean, look, what Kyle Allen did here was not good. As I said, maybe could have got to the pylon, but it's still kind of risky at that point. Decides to put on the brakes. Maybe could have had McLaurin in the back left of the end zone. He tries to go for it, and I think by this point, Allen probably should have let it go. Don't know why he didn't, but the Giants get enough pressure right here in his face, and he throws up a ball for nobody. The Giants find a way to get the win, which is great. I think they did a great job there of locking up at the end. We'll see what type of pass rush got there. It looked like Leonard Williams got in his face at the end. Pretty good pass protection, honestly. They did a good job there. Allen did a good job of getting out of the pocket, buying some more time. But you see Dexter Lawrence, it is right there, getting in his face. And then comes Blake Martinez, and by that point, it was too late. So great job by the Giants there. Everyone in man coverage on defense did a good job, in my opinion. And luckily, the Giants were able to hold up there. But, man, my heart was beating pretty hard on that one. So the Giants get the win, go 1-5. We face the Eagles on Thursday. Not sure when the film will be out for that one. Hopefully by the weekend, but I feel like they might make us wait. We'll have to see what NFL Game Pass does for us here. But yeah, I'll have a pregame out for Thursday, probably tomorrow or Wednesday. We'll see. Definitely one of those 2 days, but hopefully you guys tune in for that. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.